Hi there, listener. You're about to experience TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games, and there will be plenty of game talk, but also copious amounts of crude, off-color, offensive, and immature speech. So if you are of a rather sensitive humor constitution, we're just letting you know what you're in for with this show. It has games. It has jokes. You know, just games and jokes. Take the games, take the jokes, and have a good time.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a show that happens twice a week. Just two old guys, and we already told you, just taking calls. Just taking listener calls, one after the other, one glorious call.
And text messages.
And text messages, yes.
We actually just started deleting the text messages. So, oops. Sorry, guys.
So, yeah, it's been a busy day.
It has been. We're recording this.
It's pretty late.
Yeah, it is pretty late. What time do you go to work?
What time do I leave?
Yeah, what time do you leave for work?
I have to be there at 9, and they're incredibly strict about arriving, so I make sure I have plenty of time, because 1 minute past a tardy and like
tardy.
4 tardies, they can fire you.
You're done.
Yeah.
They can fire you or they will fire you. There's a difference.
I think that's a meeting,
Let's see.
and then the next one I think you're automatically fired.
Does that ever like reset?
Every year.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So, yeah, instead of just like talk about intros, why don't we just maximize our call potential?
Yeah, is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm your bearded host, Tyler, and I'm ready to put a +3 spell adjustment and maximize this all-call show.
Excellent. I am your bespectacled host, Dave, and I am also ready to not only maximize this all calls episode, I'm ready to maximize and empower it.
Shit.
And maybe,
levels.
and maybe twin it.
We can quicken it and be done in 10 minutes.
Oh, man. That actually sounds pretty good.
Podcast. Do a podcast as a swift action. It's fine.
And on top of that, we need to record a Patreon episode this week too.
Yep. you would be correct, sir. We'll figure out what we're going to do for that.
Yeah.
Oh, we did. You're right. We did. We do know.
It's just we got to nail down when we're actually going to do it.
Yeah, actually going to do that.
Friday? Does that work?
I think that's the only time.
Perfect.
Yep.
Because that works for me too. All right. We pulled the curtain back a little bit.
We're very organized this show.
Yeah. Well, look, the thing is,
it's free unless you don't want it to be, and we thank the people who don't want it to be.
Yeah, we really do. I really appreciate those who don't want it to be free. Let's see. Let's get right into it. Because we have a lot of calls, and I'm looking forward to taking them because I love them.
Yes, these are my absolute favorite to do, bar none.
And we haven't. We went kind of long with Mighty Number 9, so we weren't able to play any calls at the end of that episode, which is kind of a bummer. But that's okay. We're here. We're going to do calls. Here's the first call. This is from, I believe, our beloved Adam.
What's up, TADPOG? It's your beloved Adam. Been gone for a little bit now. My wife is on spring break with her job, and we made a trip up to New Jersey to celebrate her grandfather's 95th birthday. And then we went down to visit my best friend and his family in North Carolina, and the 4 of us went to a baseball game in Atlanta. And then we drove back home to Virginia, and I got back into the swing of things at work, and it's just been busy. So it's taken me about 5 days to finish the Simpsons Arcade episode.
Wow.
So I'm hoping next Monday and Wednesday, I've got those 2 days off. I'm just going to crush a bunch of TADPOG and enjoy that for myself. But enjoyed the episode and enjoyed listening to you guys talk about the arcade game. I don't think I've actually played that one. I've seen it, but I don't believe that I've actually played it myself. In the arcades, if I ever went, it was either Tilt or Putt-Putt Golfing Games would have some arcades, and we would play Turtles or X-Men. And those are like the big ones that we would play, or Street Fighter. But I didn't have a whole lot of
talked
friends,
about all those.
So the times that I spent at the arcade or with the arcade, it was like with my granddad. Or if we went to play putt-putt, he'd let me play a few arcades or whatever. So the only time I had friends was during the summertime because we had an in-ground pool. So that was cool. You know, I'll take it. Whatever. I had a question that I was going to ask you guys,
Excellent.
and I freaking can't think about what it is. I thought about it this morning
Never
on the way to
mind.
work and thought, oh, that's going to be a good question. I can't wait to call them later.
But first, I'll tell them about my week.
I freaking forgot. So if I can't think about it in the next 45 seconds, I might have to call back once I do think of it, which, you know, is never a problem because I love hearing that snippet of Dave's voice on the voicemail. I am going to send my first ever text message here because you guys just got an Instagram account, and I want to text you because I've never done that. So I'm trying to get all the social media options. Not sure if you still have an email. If you do, I'm going to send you something there.
Nope.
But, yeah, I can't think of the question I was going to ask you, so I will, I'll just call back whenever I think about it, and it'll probably be when my dick's out. So, love you guys.
He does know how he prefer a call to be made.
Yeah, that is true. I always say it's never worth making a call unless your dick's out.
Well, since we're waiting on his question, I've got a question, Dave.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to pop a blister, or do you have to wait?
I don't know. I always pop it.
Okay.
I don't know.
if it's good or
I don't know
not.
what you're supposed to do, but I always pop it. Look at this. See
Because
this?
I want to pop this bitch. Oh, it's so bad.
Do it. See that right there? That was from mowing the yard. Just popped it. Just immediately. Got in. I was like, and I didn't even like you do like sanitarily or anything. I didn't take a needle. I just chewed it until it popped.
Oh, how'd that taste?
Oh, I didn't taste it.
Oh, you're able to withdraw fast enough before the discharge got in your mouth?
Yeah. It's just like it's
Masterful.
yeah. It's practice, man. You feel it tremble a little bit, you know, to back off.
Okay, well, I'm sure you want to know that, Adam, because I've got a really bad blister on my toe.
Did you fucking pop that yet or what?
No, I don't have anything sharp.
Use your mouth.
I don't want to chew on my fourth toe.
If it was your second toe, maybe.
That'd be easier. But it's that fourth toe that just grinds up against that third toe all the time. So if I pop it, I know it's still going to be bad. Okay, I'm going to take another call now.
I was just going to let that. I don't know if you noticed. I was just going to let that one linger.
Blister chat.
Here is a text message from our beloved Adam, who says this was, let's see, they're not timestamped, but I can tell you that it's the same day. I hope it was 45 seconds later. What's up, Tadpog? It's your beloved Adam. Just wanted you to know that I'm going to treat your Instagram account similarly to how I treated your podcast. I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning. I'm going to like every photo and comment on every single one possible.
He has not done that.
Really?
Oh, he has so not done that. I saw where he follows us. I don't think he's even liked a single picture, much less commented.
So be ready for your phone to vibrate a lot. I'd leave, let's see. I think autocorrect got him.
So now I'm worried that Adam's dead.
Adam, please don't be dead, Adam. Because we are going to be implicated. You've called us enough times that we're going to be investigated.
Serial style, we'll pop on that call log and you'll have to be...
I promise, we never even met him. Sir, he has called you over 50 times.
He calls you more regularly than anyone else.
Yes. Please, who is this motherfucking Tadpog anyway that he's calling? So I think autocorrect done got him because he says, I'd leaving putting it on vibrate and putting it in your front pocket. Love you guys.
Yeah. That sounds good.
All right. Adam, thanks for the text. I'm glad that you're rounding out your Tadpog social media outlets.
Or at least you meant to.
Yeah. You can email me if you want. I'd still roll with the Tadpog email. That is dave@tadpog.com. If you feel like this is part of your quest that you must fulfill, feel free to email me there. I do check it. I'd have to run it through Gmail now to get rid of all that spam.
Oh, the spam.
Because I get probably about 20 spam emails a day.
But Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins might tell you that's not the best way to get in contact with us.
No, it's not. It's better now, though. It's better now that I got it going through Gmail. I'm trying to make a conscious effort to be better about that kind of stuff. We got some more calls.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Awesome.
Here is a call from 270. I think this is Taryn, who, by the way, tried to FaceTime me last week again.
Again.
Yeah, and I sent her a message. I was like, "Are you drunk?" And she said, "No, I was trying to text."
Just horny.
Yeah, man, my boy, was I hoping. She was just trying to get in touch with her friend Brittany, and my
wanted to know if you knew her phone number.
Yeah, can you help me out? I forgot Brittany's phone number. Apparently, my listing is right above or below Brittany's. So
no C's in Taryn's contact list.
Interesting. That's a gap, a C gap in her listing. I told her to tell Brittany hi for me, and she did. Brittany said hi back. It was pretty cool. Let's see what Taryn's up to.
Good morning, TADPOG. This is, what is my name? Princess Consuela Banana Hammock. Taryn, hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, it's about 6:45 in the morning on a fucking Saturday, and I am on my way to work. Not technically to work, but I am going to fire someone. And
yeah, get it.
Probably my favorite thing to do on a Saturday morning, especially
on a Saturday. Someone's getting fired on a Saturday morning.
And you have to get up at 6:45 to go do it. Like,
okay,
they might want to get fired.
That does suck. But what sucks more than that? Getting fired on a Saturday.
Yeah, they're there before Taryn. Like, they got up on a Saturday, went in to get fired.
Is she driving to their house? Wake up! You're fired. She sets fire to their bed.
That's early, so hopefully it goes well. But I realized I hadn't called you guys in a long time, and I'm catching up on the shows. I'm slightly behind. I've been doing some traveling and a lot of work, and just realized I was catching up on the show on my drive. And I was like, I need to call those guys because I miss them. So in the spirit of me going to fire someone, she's stealing, by the way. I'm not just firing her to be a bitch.
Likely.
I thought I would ask
Whatever, Taryn.
what maybe your best getting fired or firing someone story is. I'm pretty sure Tyler might have mentioned getting fired or firing someone before. I'm not sure about you, Dave, but I have fired a couple people in my day, and my favorite one has to be actually not that long ago when I fired someone here in Houston, and they ran through our parking equipment, and as they were running through the parking equipment, they got a flat tire. So it was like, okay, you just paid $250 through the gate, and now you're going to pay even more to fix your flat tire, and you've lost your job.
And we lost her.
Yep.
I can't imagine getting a flat tire after being fired, like at my place of employment. That really has got to be.
Well, they get to keep that car.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never been fired. The closest time that's ever happened was in DC. I had a job that I did not give a fuck about. Like,
what was this job?
Not even one fuck. I worked in a very small offshoot library at the seminary. And,
an offshoot library.
Yeah, like they had the main awesome library,
right,
and then this little small library off to the side. Like, I couldn't even tell you what kind of books we had there. I gave so few shits about this job.
That was the library.
The library.
That was a made up. That was a broom closet they put books in to make you feel good.
They just, like, he doesn't want to do food anymore, so we'll just put him in this closet. And we'll pay him $750 to just sit there.
Do we have to pay him in SpaghettiOs?
Because on a Saturday I would be there for like 6 hours and not see one person.
That sounds like an awesome job.
But they had a few big screen TVs, so I just brought my PlayStation 3 up there and plugged it in. I played Fallout 3. That's how I platinumed it in there.
Again, this sounds like an awesome job.
But like it was toward the end of seminary, and there were a lot of things going on here at home, so I was having to take off to come back. And cabin weekend came up, and when I asked for those 4 days off, I guess they told me anytime if it's not a big deal, we have plenty of people, it's fine.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm comfortable asking off. They said it was fine. So when I asked for this, that was it. They're like, we'd like to ask you to resign. And I was like, yeah, okay. I'll say, give me that paper. I resign. There you go. I'm done.
Did you ask him like in advance, or was it like,
Yeah,
hey,
well,
I got this thing tomorrow?
I gave him 2 weeks, everything I was supposed to do. So I was like, they must have known I didn't care. So they had someone else that did care.
I don't know where they
might have put an
gathered that.
application. So the only thing I ever, like, I couldn't tell you, like, they had a reference book. They hardly trained me either. Like, they came in like, here's the book that says all the stuff you're supposed to do. See ya.
Did you need training?
Yeah, the process to check out books and videos was unnecessarily complicated.
Really? Like, what was the process?
Oh, because you had to, like, they had to sign out 3 different things, and they had to sign a form, like, it was a video, like, a thing that they wouldn't show it to more than 5 people at a time because they didn't have the copyright.
Really?
It was a whole bunch of shit. It was
sounds
stupid.
Yeah, that sounds
And it was,
dumb.
a lot of it was longhand, so I had to get it, like, the stamp in the back of the book, and another stamp, and another book, and they had to sign their name, and...
Damn, library sucks.
Yeah, So, yeah, and at that point I was just burnt out about a lot of things. It was just like
Fallout
shit
3.
about this. I just want to play this video game. I don't give a fuck about anything else. And I've never fired anybody. I hired my replacement at the restaurant I managed, but never had to fire anybody.
I never fired anybody anyway. I think it's a weird question for Taryn to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's like that seems like a weird one to ask us. Hey, you guys ever fire anybody? I've never been in a position to fire somebody, let alone had to do it.
But I had a friend of mine who did have to fire somebody who failed a drug test. So it's just like, oh, they did cocaine. I have to fire them now. They didn't freak out though. So
Yeah, probably because they
it's
were
like,
high.
well, yeah, I did. I did cocaine. See ya.
Derek, I'm sorry.
You got me.
You're fired. Okay, man, it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay. I'll run home. I'll run home and run out.
See you tomorrow. No, you're fired, Derek.
They don't call me Cocaine Derek for nothing.
I guess I did have to fire. I told the story on the mics before. I fired somebody by proxy for Ian when I worked at Apex.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was awkward, but also fun because no one really liked that guy. So it was nice that I didn't have to train anybody anymore. That I could just go back to playing video games at work. Taryn, it's good to hear from you. I'm sorry for saying pussy so often.
We'll try to lay off the pussy for you, Taryn.
I'll try to stop saying pussy. It looks like Taryn called back.
What pussy?
I know.
Hey, it's Taryn again. I forgot to tell you guys that I mentioned it to Tyler, but I think it's worth noting on the video game podcast. I am competing April 30th, the last Saturday of the month. I am competing in a Friends Trivia Championship here in Houston, Texas.
What?
I don't know if I've been so excited about something. I don't.
She's having
Yeah.
I know there's another call that she was quite embarrassed about because she did really well, but she did not win.
Right.
So she lost, and she got drunk, and she said she left us the worst rant like she's ever done before. So that's coming up sometime.
Let's see. Yeah, we talk about it on the Patreon episode that she's on.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's probably pretty racist, I'm assuming. All right. Yeah, looks like we might get to it.
Awesome.
Let's see. It's not next though. We'll see. Taryn, thank you again for calling. Get your phone fixed, girl. I don't know what's going on. Here is a call from 757. This, I don't know how this is going to go because it's 1 second long and Google says transcript not available.
Okay. Gotta play it.
Got to play it. All right.
Thank you, caller.
Yeah. Want to hear it again?
Yep.
Hi. This person called back, it looks like immediately, but I kind of don't want to play the call. I kind of just want them to like forever be known in TADPOG Nation as... Actually, we need to set up a soundboard, I think, and just put on it.
That'll be the new censor sound when someone drops one of the 7 dirty words.
Yeah, or someone mentions the name of Phil's wife. We can just go right on over it. Let's see. Just kidding, 757. Looks like 757 called back. Let's see if he addresses the previous
I hope not.
message. Yeah, I hope not either.
Hello, Tadpog. This is your beloved Adam.
No.
It's
I'm calling
Adam.
to leave a message
Okay.
for one Jacob York.
Oh.
Dear Jacob, this is Adam from the beloved Adam Tadpog fame.
God, you just made his dick so
We've never
hard. I
spoken
know
in
it.
person. We've never talked to one another. We're very close to becoming friends on Instagram. I just haven't jumped the shark yet on adding you as a friend and liking all of your pictures and talking to you like we're best friends. But I do want you to know, I like everything about you. I think you're smart. I think you're funny. I think you look good with a beard and without.
All right, enough. Next call. I agree with everything you're saying,
Oh
but
man, he just like, oh man, if Jacob is a steam engine, like he just beat John Henry, like he just fed that steam engine so much fire.
Adam, I'm not saying you're wrong, but come on, man. Come on. I'm jealous.
He lets anyone suck his dick. You just have to ask. You don't have to build it up.
All right, here we go. Let's continue on.
With longer hair and shorter hair. I think you look good as a pregnant man. Everything you do is fantastic. And regardless of what other phone calls I've made on this show that they have undermined any of your greatness, I do want you to know I do that knowing that it's only because I love you. It's never to slight you. It's only to elevate you to a higher level than you've already been elevated. So I want you to know right now, my pee-pee is very hard while I'm talking about you. And that's with 2 condoms on, because that's what happens when I listen to Tadpog. I have to double up. So I just want you to know
I don't blame you.
that I love you. I'm very excited that you're getting married. Your future wife sounds amazing. It sounds like you two have a lot of fun and a lot of fun memories ahead. So if you'd like to send me a wedding invite, I will give you my address. And I will wear a bow tie.
After
at
that,
your
he
wedding
would
and
have.
no underwear.
So would
and
have.
anytime you'd like to see my ball sack at your wedding, you just give me a wink with your left eye. I know it's the right I mean. Don't worry. I hope to hear you again on the podcast soon, even after I've heard you on the next episode where it's on episode 300. I'd like to hear more from you soon, and I'd hopefully like to hear your thoughts on NBA, Rap Jam, Def Jam, Super Nintendo game that I sent Tyler and Dave a while back. I hope one day you can have time to sit down and play that before you get married, because after you get married, video game time, it just goes away. So, again, love you, and I hope that you're having a great day, and I hope you do listen to this message. Have a great one, Tyler. Have a great one, Dave. Everyone else, shop like a Capricorn.
So is the title for this one like the one where Adam fillets Jacob's ego?
I'm all for that, but here's the problem with that.
Fillets, yeah.
Here's the problem. I don't know how to spell it. It's not worth looking up. The last time that all right, Adam, I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit. Take a deep breath. This is gonna sting a little bit. Okay? I want you to know before I say this that Tyler and I love you very much. I'm sure that Jacob is fond of you as well. However, when we used your name in an All Calls episode a couple months back, people lost their fucking minds. People lost their minds. They're like, Who is this Adam guy? They're flipping tables. They're throwing folding chairs. And at that moment, I took note. I was like, we can never, ever do this again.
Yeah, because it was the one where Adam calls a lot. So we directly mentioned his name. And yeah, you're right.
And it was like we had just set the world on fire.
I've called more than him. I haven't had my name in an episode.
So, Adam, I'm sorry. We can't name. I feel like we cannot name the episode after you again. I'm fine naming it after Jacob because he's tall and handsome and charming and talented.
Yeah, that's true. The one where Jacob gets charmed.
Also, Jacob, thank you so much. Jacob did a wonderful thing for me today. Here's a little story that probably no one's going to enjoy, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So Amazon was running this promotion where if you spent $20 in the video game category, you got a promo code for Final Fantasy 14. You got a promo code for like a fat chocobo mount and some other stuff.
Shit.
The fat chocobo mount is what I wanted. So all the other stuff. And I was on the fence. I hemmed and hawed for like, this promotion went on, I think, for like 3 weeks. 3 weeks I'm back and forth because I'm like, well, I'll go through my wish list and see if there's something for $20 that I can just buy and call it done. But like the frugal gene inside of me just wouldn't let me do it. It's just like, no, you don't need that. You don't need to buy that $20 thing to get this stupid fucking mount. You don't need to do it. So that promotion ended yesterday, the 4th of July. And this morning, I was lamenting on my way to work. I was thinking about it. I was driving to work, and I was like, man, I missed that fucking promotion. It ended yesterday. I guess that I'll never get that fat chocobo mount. And then out of the blue, at work, Jacob sends me a message. He's like, yo, dog, you play Final Fantasy 14, right? I'm like, yeah, of course I do. He's like, bam, here's the code. It's like, I bought something on Amazon. Do you want this? And I was like, yeah, I do want this, and I'm going to praise you.
That's pretty beautiful.
Oh my God, it was amazing. I literally told him that he was my hero. The doctor that shot me up with that EpiPen when I had a pine nut allergy. I didn't even tell him he was my hero. Jacob, number one. Doctor to save my life that I didn't even fucking thank. Number two. I left that emergency room like, yeah, whatever.
Glad you did your job.
Fucking brag about it.
You took an oath. You didn't have a choice. Jacob did.
Exactly. That fucking doctor didn't even give me a fat chocobo. Stupid motherfucker. So I love you. I love you, Jacob.
Yeah,
and Adam, I love you too.
That's pretty clutch. That's pretty awesome.
Thanks for calling, Adam. I'm sorry we can't name the show after you. Here is, I love this. Here's a call from 337.
Or let's just say fuck it, and just the episode is just Adam. That's it.
Tyler, we do have Patreon donors that we need to keep in mind.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We don't want to flatline.
Of which Adam is not.
Is he not?
No.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
We're on an incline right now in donations. I don't want to flatline.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's true. Okay. It's true.
Okay, it seems like we have a trend here in TADPOG calls. Here is a 4-second call from 337. Google is not able to translate this message, nor is it able to play it. Okay, did you hear that?
Yep.
What do you? Any guess what it was?
A burp?
Play it again. It did sound like a burp. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess it was a burp. Thank you, 337. Who called back? 337. What's up? Come on, internet. You can do it.
Oh yeah, that internet.
All right, I'm gonna kill your Wi-Fi, and I'm gonna go 3G because I am 8 years behind.
Fucking Tadpog. It's Paul.
Still works better than your internet.
It does. Yeah, you're right. You're damn right. It does.
Fucking Tadpog. It's Paul here. I'm on my way to work unconsciously early in the morning at 2:30 because I have the weirdest fucking job in the world. Anyway,
What is it?
Yes.
I was listening to your Little Shop of Horrors episode, and my questions for you guys is, how does a
What is going on?
Little Shop of Horrors.
I would love to do a Little Shop of
Yeah.
Horrors episode. The call ends. I didn't pause it. The call just ends. So I want to we need to dissect.
Did he pan and be like, wait, they didn't do that? No,
Yeah, maybe. Oh shit, that was another podcast.
What's the closest episode to Little Shop of Horrors that we could have done?
Monster Party.
Monster
Has
Party
to
is the
be
only
Monster
thing,
Party,
yeah.
right? Paul, what's your job?
Yeah.
I need to
what
know
is
what your job
What is your weird job?
And that's it. He doesn't call back. So I do think that
I don't even know what Paul it is. We have so many
I know.
Pauls.
This is a 337 Paul. I gotta play it again. We can figure this out.
fucking Tadpog? It's Paul here. I'm on my way to work unconsciously early in the morning at 2:30 because I have the weirdest fucking job in the world. Anyway, I was listening to your Little Shop of Horrors episode, and my questions for you guys is, how does a
Tomb of Horrors?
Tomb of Horrors?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Well,
Yeah.
would you like to answer his question?
Call us back, Weird Paul.
How do we?
Weird job, Paul.
Tyler, how do we? I need to know.
Barely.
Yeah. Somehow we manage. All right, Paul. Thanks for calling. Call back.
Yep.
Here is a text message from 614 who says, "Motherfucking TADPOG, I know it has been a while, but I needed to rethink my life. Thought about it.
Come to the right place.
Yeah. Welcome. Thought about it and said, fuck it. I like me. So here's my TMNT question. Which of the Honey Pop girls would each of the turtles fuck, and how would they do it?" Bonus question. Same question, but with the cripple girls from whatever that game was.
Katawashu Joe. Okay, out of the gate, Raphael and Audrey.
Man,
They both got attitude.
How are they doing it though?
Angrily.
What if
It just hate sex.
What if it started out real angry and then it ended very tender?
Then they've both reached new milestones, and it's good for them.
And then like Splinter is watching from under the bed, and he's rolling a tear because his son has finally learned that he can find peace and tranquility through pounding it.
Let's see, Donatello, probably. What's the girl? Nikki, the video game, the introvert gamer girl.
You think so?
Yeah.
Not Donatello?
Oh, I meant Donatello. That's what I
Okay.
meant. Donatello. Michelangelo.
I mean, so how is he doing it? With that bow staff, right? I mean, yeah.
Both ends.
All right. Oh, so he needs another one.
Michelangelo with the old sexually the MILF.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Leonardo, probably
The yoga girl,
the
right?
yoga girl.
Belly.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Donatello does need another one though. That bow staff reaches.
Between Nikki and then the cat girl.
All right, the cat girl.
Yep. Or the alien girl. He deals with Dimension X, so
Yeah, and he's
Alien
smart. He can
girl.
answer all those
Yep,
solar system questions that she asks.
what's her name, like Celestia or something?
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
So, Tyler, which of the cripple girls would they fuck, and how would they do it? See, I was thinking that one of the turtles would just lay their eggs on the ocean, just on the ocean floor, and then one of the cripple girls would just spray its sperm on top of it.
It's pretty good. I mean, that's what most of that game's about. So.
Yeah, there's probably a game out about that. If there's not a dating sim about spraying your sperm into the
Fertilize
ocean.
those turtle eggs.
Yeah, there will be soon.
Spray and pray. That's a little bit harder. I feel like their personalities aren't as polarizing. I bet Leonardo would want to date the blind girl.
Not the girl without a thumb.
No, that poor crippled girl. She can't play a twin stick shooter.
Never, never.
Let's see. I bet Raphael would date the girl with the burnt face.
Yeah.
Because she could teach him to be tender. She could teach him to love.
Okay. I like that. I like that in both our scenarios.
yeah.
Raphael's like
He
growing.
learns- yeah.
He's no one is growing but Raphael in these scenarios.
We're at the point in our adulthood that we don't want like just the crass brazen. He has to grow up sometime.
I agree.
I think Michelangelo would maybe Emmy, the girl without any legs.
See, I think that Leonardo would be about
Emmy. Okay.
I do because she has determination. I feel like
She
And
does.
She's the most headstrong. I feel like
Well, then maybe Donatello would like the blind girl. Or no, maybe Leonardo
The
would
artist?
like the deaf girl. Because she's also all about leadership and being president.
Oh,
and-
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Or she would just dominate Michelangelo. Like she would just
That's a good-
realize this one needs me.
Yep.
This
and
one,
Michelangelo's like, I need some structure. I need someone to kick my ass. Put me in line.
this one wouldn't even be able to find the eggs to spray his juice on. I gotta show
All
this.
about survival of our mutant.
I gotta
species.
show this one the way. I'll cover it up with sand when he's done.
Is that all of them then?
I don't even think that's how turtles do it, by the way.
I don't know. No one.
No one really knows.
We have yeah. No one's really studied turtle mating that carefully.
What do you ever think? Like, what is the biologist who's like?
Do we have We've got a chemist. Do we have a
Right.
biologist in the Tadpog Nation?
Well, us, you and me.
oh, that's true. We're pretty close.
But what is like? Did they make fun of the biologist who was like, "I want to watch turtles do it"? How does anyone wonder how they do it? I'd like to be that guy. Frank,
Shut up, Darwin.
come on, Galapagos motherfucker. You know what? We're gonna fucking paste your pages together.
Yeah, and all those Kentucky school books, gluing them right together.
You turtle loving bitch.
All right.
Sufficiently
Pretty
answered?
Good. Yep. Good question.
You know how I know that was a good question? Because it took us long enough to answer that my phone went to sleep. So thank you, 614. Here is our next call. This is from 651. Who says?
Motherfucking Tadpog, it's Cody.
Getting out of his car.
Go to your Lawnmower Man episode where you guys did the loot crate, and I had a critique or criticism. Not really critique. The hat that you called a toboggan, you got me all sorts of fucked up.
All right.
Up here where it actually snows a lot, toboggan is a goddamn sled, all right?
I hear you.
It's a beanie hat. I'll even accept sock hat. But come on, that toboggan?
I think I'd call them
I
sock
was like, what the fuck,
toboggans
you got
growing
a
up.
goddamn sled in this goddamn it? But anyway,
Wait a second. Did you just go full boom
He
hour?
went full boom hour.
No, wait a minute, man.
Man, it's a goddamn toboggan, man. I don't know what you do. That's a sled in your motherfucker.
anyways, question. Not really. I mean, it's kind of a question, kind of a statement. You guys should come to the dark side and play Final Fantasy 14 with me. Just get that MMO itch.
It's an old call.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever played the new one, The Realm Reborn. Been out for 2 years, but it's pretty good. I'll leave you with that. All right. Goodbye now.
Cody, where you at, dog? Where are you at? Where are you at, man? I've seen you on Final Fantasy 14 one time since I started playing, man. The ball is in your court. Coming at me with toboggans.
I bought Final Fantasy 14 and the expansion on this latest Steam
God,
sale.
I'm so glad to hear that.
So I'm basically waiting
and the
now.
expansion, you got the expansion
And I got the
too.
expansion. Yep.
Yeah, boy, get it.
I can't buy the MMO and not get the expansion and have like blocked off areas and jobs
and then
shit.
you start once you hit 50. Anything you do after that, you don't gain experience for unless you have the
fuck that.
expansion. You got to do it.
But now basically I'm just waiting for my PayPal debit card so I can get around the stupid currency system Square has, and then I'll probably start. But I'm having a lot of trouble getting that PayPal debit card.
You can. It's just a pain in the ass to do. You can still pay for it with PayPal. You just have to. You just have to buy their Square Enix currency called Krista. You have to buy Krista, which is drugs. You have to buy drugs from. You have to buy Japanese designer drugs. from
Crystal
Square
meth?
Enix. And then you have to take that and give it to PayPal, and then PayPal's like, all right,
We can work with this.
we can do that.
Yeah, so whatever, because it keeps defaulting to my old address. So now I've gotten 2 cards sent to my other address, and they didn't forward after that. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
You do realize they're never going to send you another one, right?
Maybe. Well, I had to cancel it, and they said, we've sent you another one. Should arrive between 7 to 10 days.
Is your address correct in PayPal?
I put it in. I deleted my old account. I undid my credit card and redid it again. Like, updated my address. Everything was good. And then when I went back, it should be here. I checked again. Current address, my old one. I was like, I fucking deleted this in every way I could. How is it back? So I don't know.
No mail, no forwarding mail, nothing like that?
No, I haven't gotten anything. So I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm willing to bet I'm going to see you on Final Fantasy 14 before I see Cody on Final Fantasy 14 again.
Ooh.
Cody plays a lot of games, though. Like, a lot of games. Because I know I hear him playing the new hotness on the reg. So
Yeah.
I am not that way. I am content to just play an MMO until a game I wanted to play 2 years ago is now $15. Thank you for calling, Cody. You know what? Toboggan, It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. I don't wear the sock hats, so I don't really even need to involve myself in that vernacular. Here is a call from 651. I think I just played. Yeah, that's Cody. All right. Here is a text message from 520 who says, I don't hear Dave's southern accent, but his voice is velvety smooth. Thank you, 520.
Pretty good.
I do appreciate that. I hear my southern accent. So it is nice to hear when someone else says that they don't hear it.
Because I don't hear it. Well, very rarely. Like, you might have a few words with a southern drawl, but they're not ones you use very often.
It's weird because, like, when I talk to Henry, I find myself talking very southern, and I don't know why. I don't know if that's because I like think of it as like
Get your paw eliminated, Henry.
Yeah.
Why am I saying this?
Warm today, Henry. Too warm to mow the lawn. I don't even know what that was.
It's 40 degrees outside.
I'm just blotting myself with a white handkerchief.
A church program. You're just fanning yourself.
So I don't know why I do that. I think it's because I want to talk in like soothing tones to him, and most of the soothing tones that I hear are all Southern because I've lived in Kentucky for a while, and then before then I lived in Louisiana and other southeastern states. And then we made the godforsaken trip to Pennsylvania for a year. No soothing tones there.
And Cedar Rapids, too.
And Cedar Rapids. But Cedar Rapids is different because that's like solidly Midwest.
Okay.
Where it's like, I feel like in Cedar Rapids, it's like, we don't judge anybody unless you're not white.
You know, the good kind of judgment. God's judgment, if it is.
But it was weird because it's like in the South, what I learned about, okay, so I haven't lived west of the Mississippi.
Jesus was white, Dave, all right?
I've seen
the pictures.
I've seen the paintings. So I've never lived west of the Mississippi, as I like to call it. I visited over there. But what I've discovered, like living...
When you took your steamboat.
Exactly. What I've discovered living numerous different places in the East Coast is that everyone's racist everywhere.
Yep.
And it's just like...
I hear horror stories about upstate New York being the most racist place.
And it's weird because like we, in the South, get a really bad reputation about racism. And I'm not saying that's not warranted. It is warranted because it is super racist here.
Yeah, we have a day for it. Tater Day.
Tater Day, link in the show notes. But it's also super racist everywhere else, I feel like.
Otherwise, Trump wouldn't be our next president. So.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying we need to face facts. Let's not blame the South for all of the racism. Tater Day.
Tater Day.
In the show notes. That is a racist festival that happens very well in this county that we're recording in right now.
We're going to have TADPOG prom on like Tater Day night.
Ooh,
Tater nights.
Tater nights. And then we'll get, what's his name, Ron White to show up, and he can do
tater
this
salad.
tater salad thing. It'll be great. It would just be a tater theme.
I think he just enough Patreon money. He'll do that for like $50, right?
You know that Marshall County has had to have at some point invited him out to Tater Day, right? That has to have happened.
I mean, Jeff Foxworthy came
what
to the Carson Center.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I mean, not Marshall. He came to the high school.
I was very like Jeff Foxworthy came out the Tater Day, that 3-block stretch of road. That's a festival.
I just had to get me some fake Tommy Hilfiger shirts.
I've never stopped. I've always
Snap
rolled
pops,
through.
funnel cakes, horse shit. Love it. I'm Jeff Foxworthy. This is a Jeff Foxworthy impression.
Hi, I'm Jeff Foxworthy, and I support this 3-block stretch of festival.
Y'all like Eminem and putting rebel flags up in your truck windows? This is God's country.
There are a lot of rebel flags.
Oh man, since the whole thing about rebel flags has been in the news, like it's just been. Oh, I've unfollowed so many people on Facebook. So many people. Oh man, yeah, because it's just like it was just. Remember the day like that? In South Carolina where the black woman climbed the flagpole and took it down. I remember like my Facebook newsfeed was just like picture after picture after picture of, not hate, just heritage and all that, like filling it. Just like, oh God.
But it's heritage based on hate.
Yep.
That's the problem.
Even like John Turley, who was just like, he kind of was like this, like, no, I understand. It's just, it is memories and people had families. I can understand. And then someone showed him the Cornerstone speech about whenever the South, the Confederacy left, started everything anew, dedicated their own flag, and like in the speech, Jefferson Davis dedicates it to slavery.
Yeah.
And once John read that, he was like, oh man, it is. That's kind of irrefutable evidence.
Yeah.
I have changed my position.
Yeah. It is gross. There is a giant Confederate flag still out by exit 16.
Yep. The huge one over by Trader's Mall.
Enormous.
There's a comically small park by Trader's Mall that has like a statue of Robert E. Lee and like 3 benches and a small thing of gravel, and then just a giant pole with the rebel flag on it.
It is enormous. Like you can see it from the fucking interstate.
Yep.
And it is embarrassing.
Yep.
So, do you feel like we've dedicated like enough time to prove that we're not racist?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, sweet. Good. All right. Here is a text message from 270 who says, "Fucking Tadpog. Is it appropriate to tell a woman her titties be banging?" This is from your first beloved. I'm assuming this is from hashtag More Miller.
I'm assuming it's from Taryn trying to tell us something.
Yeah, it's probably Taryn.
If they are, anyone would be flattered to have that information.
Anyone? Wait, are you sure you've never been fired? I don't know. There are many times where I keep that information to myself when titties be banging. Well, or I don't keep them to myself. I tell somebody near me that is not.
Oh yeah,
not,
okay,
not
yeah. It's okay to say it to a good friend.
I have to vocalize it though. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yep.
We've had many a side remark.
And the elbow and the nod. Yep.
And sometimes the muttering, "Busty petite."
I forgot about that subreddit.
Because it took all the willpower I had not to bust out fucking laughing in the middle of Hattie B's when we're waiting in line, and you turned to me and you just mouthed "Busty petite." And then I had to casually scan through the room oh, there she is. That's the one.
Oh man, I unsubscribed from that subreddit, so it would just totally flew out of my mind.
You unsubscribed from it? Is this are you born again?
Porn became all of Reddit, so just I'm losing all content for just porn. So I unsubscribed from all porn subreddits.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
All right, man. Okay. I guess. I get it. I get it. I did see that thing on a fucking Love Science that was talking about the brain acts differently when looking at porn. And then I read the little bit of the study and it was this is for people who watch more than 4 hours of porn a week. And I was like, okay, that's a lot of porn to be watching.
Yeah. I've done more than that in the past.
Well, sure. So have I, but that's beside the point.
You have a few days off work and no one's home, you're going to exceed your limit.
Look, I got an evening off. And I can burn right on through that. All right. Well, I'll be honest with you, man. I've got 2 Reddit accounts. One is strictly a porn account, and one is absolutely safe for work.
That's a better way to do it. So you know what you're getting when you log on. Because I just had my master account, and it was just so full of, and a lot of them repeated in the same pictures.
Oh, trust me, I know.
So, yeah.
Oh, that is a. What do you do in that situation? Do you downvote the photo that you've already seen in another subreddit?
Yeah.
You do?
No. I was saying
or that's a conundrum because it's well, I do like this and I want to promote.
It depends on
this.
how much I like it, and I might do both or just one or neither. So
fine, I'll jerk it to it again. Whatever. You win, Reddit.
I was stunned the other day because, I mean, it was months ago when I unsubscribed, and somehow
you didn't tell me about, you didn't share this with Tyler. I feel like we've drifted apart. I feel like
this is my cross to bear.
I could have helped you through this.
Drawing me pictures. Oh, I get plenty of porn emailed to me from John Turley. When he sees something good, he'll CC me in an email.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Look, I feel like I'm already in hot water with John. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't just dig that hole deeper for me. Man, I could send you like the pretty girls subreddit. There's rarely a titty on that. That's fine.
Well, see, then it would still just be girls. Like, just pretty girls would just dominate my subreddit. Like, Reddit's where I'll go for
you don't like girls? What's wrong
funny
with
stuff,
girls?
information stuff. When I want that, I'll just go to Pornhub.
You do mean the show Girls, right?
When I want to watch Lena Dunham's just crisp view of humanity, I'll watch Girls.
Just dominate it. Hey, that guy's in Star Wars. That would be my takeaway from Girls.
It is now, yeah. But whenever an NSFW picture made it on our picks, because I was clicking through porn, and I was like, "What?" It was so weird at that point to see it on my Reddit account because it had been so long.
I get it. Every now and then, an NSFW post will slip through into my main Reddit account, and it weirds me out for a moment because it's like I have this freak out moment.
Your dick's not your hand.
Yeah.
Why is this here?
It is. It's like this Pavlovian, like... She's like,
you just start clenching your hand.
Oh man, yeah, exactly.
Your mouth gets really wet, like she starts salivating too much.
I need a stress ball. Also, I need to limp away from my desk. But seriously, what's worse than getting a boner at work? Not much.
Yeah, well, that's where you got to do the clench your thighs for 20 seconds.
I'm sorry, what?
If you get an unwanted boner.
Wait, what is that?
One at work. or for me on the school bus or in class.
Well, God, you don't want a boner on the school bus.
Oh, because I think I've told it before. I remember in 7th grade, I would get, like, you could set clocks by my boners in 7th grade.
In fact, they did. Whenever the power went out at school, they would ask you what time.
Somebody check his dick.
Is it time to go home? We need to know. Mom's worried.
Every morning on the bus, like for no reason, I'd just be sitting there by myself in a seat. Bam.
Yeah.
And then every day in my science class, not like there were any attractive girls, not like we were talking or watching anything. It's just like, bam again. Like, I don't know why. Just those 2 times.
You just love science, maybe.
Man. My very educated mother just bought us 9 pizza pies.
What's
Roy G. Biv?
What's the mnemonic device now for the solar system?
My very educated mother just bought us 9 pizzas. No? Wait
no, that ain't going to do it, my friend.
It ends in U now? No, it ends in... Neptune, yeah.
So what is it now? Do we just like give all our kids anxiety because it's 9 what? What'd she buy us 9 of? And the teacher just closes the book. You'll never know.
My very educated mother just bought us
Neverwinter Nights.
Neverwinter Nights. For some reason, I went Nibs, that shitty candy.
What are Nibs?
It's a bad. I'm pretty sure it's a bad candy.
I'm pretty sure it's candy I made up.
I know.
I had a dream about nipples that came off and turned into candy.
Nibs are also Nibs, a mock title used to refer to a self-important man. Okay, sure. Very educated mother just bought us a self-important man.
Did you spell it with a Z?
No.
Try it with a Z.
Or Cocoa Nibs. That's what I was thinking of.
That doesn't sound like something you can buy in a Confederate
here's another
flag
one.
state.
Twizzlers Cherry Nibs. The small individual piece of Twizzlers are called nibs. That's not what I was thinking of either, but whatever.
Were you thinking of Dibs?
Neverwinter Night is better.
Dibs?
Dibs.
Are you familiar with Dibs?
The calling of dibs, declaring your property, or
no, the bonbon-esque candy. Dibs.
No.
No?
Never heard of that.
You should try Dibs. They're
Okay.
Do you like bonbons?
After you say bonbons,
Are you Peggy Bundy?
All I think is Married with Children.
Every time. I remember like watching Married with Children as a kid and then hearing about bonbons all the time. And then as an adult, someone offered me a bonbon and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's for Peggy Bundy.
Am I wearing skin tight leotards? No, I don't want a bonbon.
I started wearing leopard print. It was pretty baller.
Oh, that's what Dibs are. Jacob loves these. Jacob would get these every time we went to the movies.
Yeah, you can get them at the movies.
Yep. Okay, you're right. Yeah,
Dibs.
I have heard of those. Man, that's been forever ago.
Adam, beloved Adam, you want to get on Jacob's good side? Dibs.
Get some dibs.
You can send them to our P.O. box. Hey, wanna delight Jacob and piss off Nicole at the same time? Send us a bunch of melted dibs to her P.O. box. Let's see. We got another text message. This is from 520 who says, "Hey Tadpog, loving the RPG play sessions. So grim, dark, Cat in the Hat. What is your favorite Seuss story? As a kid, I like Green Eggs and Ham. As an adult, probably the Lorax."
Lorax is my favorite. Childhood, adult, everything. My favorite's the Lorax.
Have you seen the movie, The Lorax?
I have not.
I've heard that it is not good.
Yeah, because Ed Helms plays the villain, I think, in that.
I have not seen it because I heard it was not good.
Yeah.
Which was a bummer. You know what? I see Ed Helms being a good Lorax. Although, was he the Lorax?
I think Danny DeVito was the Lorax.
Of course Danny DeVito was the Lorax. What am I kidding?
And Ed Helms is the Onceler who orders the demolition of all the trees.
I haven't read that since I was a child. I hadn't read The Cat in the Hat, obviously, for a very long time because I did not know what was going on in your game.
You need to read it. You played it.
And I did not see Jim Carrey's interpretation of Cat in the Hat.
Or the Grinch. I think Mike Myers was the Cat in the Hat.
Oh, it was Mike Myers?
Yep.
Look, guys, I don't like Dr. Seuss that much. I think I've made that pretty evident in all my inaccurate statements. But I did learn recently that before Dr. Seuss did like children's books, he wrote propaganda for the U.S. government for World War II. So I'm going to go with that as my favorite Dr. Seuss.
All right.
Yeah. So link in the show notes.
Yeah, you just taught me something.
Well, I learned it from a podcast called Laser Time that Chris Edler turned me on to.
Okay.
Don't listen to Laser Time because it's super good podcast and I know you'll never come back. So can we just edit that whole thing out?
It'll just be the hi.
Yeah. Let's see. Here is a voicemail from 337.
Tadpog, it's Paul here. Just finished listening to the Little Shop of Horrors episode 2. I really liked
Tomb
it.
of Horrors. Okay.
Tomb of
I was
Horrors.
driving back from my parents' house back to my house. Me and my fiance live. And I was wondering, I'm from Louisiana, and I was wondering in Kentucky if all the people like to play this game I call Test Your Racism, where they act like completely normal fucking human beings for, I don't know, first couple of times you meet them. And all of a sudden they just say some really racist bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
And to see if you're on board or not. It's pretty annoying. It happens a lot to me at work. I work with a lot of older guys, and they love playing Test Your Racism, son. It is their favorite game. Anyway, love the show. Love you guys. And y'all get back to us. All right.
All right.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you very much.
What
for
is your
calling.
weird job?
Yeah, we still need to know. What do you do in Louisiana that's weird?
Oh, what does he do at 2:30 in the morning in Louisiana? It's got to be something True Blood related. That's all.
See, I was thinking
that's
it has to be alligators, something alligator related.
Oh, but yeah, like people I work with, I've always like they'll preface it with like, no, I don't hate gays. No, I don't hate the blacks. Like they'll always like throw that in there first. Like, oh no, whatever you're gonna say next is totally gonna be okay. Go ahead. So yeah, Test Your Racism is very much a thing over here.
And usually it's prefaced by like, or it's actually ended with, I have a lot of black friends.
Yeah. So, no, this is yeah.
Like that is a surefire. Like, oh, I know what we're about to get into, or sure you do. I'm
If
sure
you see this waiver, they all signed it.
Yeah.
This is
yeah, that happens a lot here. But then again, I think that has to happen everywhere.
yeah. No, absolutely is totally a thing here. The last time it was super blatant was when I was working at the nursing home, and the Guy Fieri chef, like he pulled that on me. So
It's always like, so here's what I always hear, because I hear more homophobic things than I do like racial things. And so what I always hear is like, just I'll be talking to somebody and they'll be like, yeah, it's like, I guess they're like testing the waters, and they'll be talking about somebody and they'll be like, oh yeah, he's a great guy. Oh man, he's like, he's really passionate. He's a great hard worker. He's very nice to everybody. I mean, he is gay though.
Like I remember my dad becoming friends with somebody and then later finding out they were gay, and then it was like he got tricked.
Oh, really?
And he was just like, I would have never known. I would. And it's like I see it in his head. It's like, I guess I'm cool with it because he was fine.
But that is brilliant.
It's not like everything else I've ever heard. Like, I mean, I remember back in the day when he would like, I don't want them teaching our school children. You know what they're going to do, like all the stupid bullshit.
Right.
And then whenever like, oh, they're normal. Okay, well, never mind.
But I do. I there's something beautiful about like your father coming to that realization from like knowing somebody who is gay and not realizing it, and then it's like, oh, that's not that person's entire identity.
Yep.
So yeah, we play that game here. And I've told the story on the mics before of my older coworker who I mentioned Force Awakens to, and he was like, oh, is that the Star Wars movie with the black guy and the girl? Yeah, that one. It's that one. Let's see. Here is a text message from 520 who says, well, I may not be infused with Mako energy, but I once told a girl who said she liked me as a brother that it's okay I have a sister complex. What? Yeah, that didn't go well. All right. I once told a girl who said she liked me as a brother. Oh, I got it now.
Yeah.
Now,
And they give you like a brother.
I didn't
It's
catch
okay, I
that
just fucked
story.
my sister. So
Yeah. It's just a Lannister thing, baby. That's all.
that's when you wear your House Lannister shirt around the next time. No, man, you gotta wait it out. I got told that.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. Just wait it out.
And you waited it out?
Yeah. And then they changed their mind. Then they were like, oh, no, I just said that. No, I didn't really feel like that. I just feel like I had to say that. No. You just wait it out.
Yeah.
You just wait it out.
Yeah? All right. Well, there's some advice. Just wait it out.
Just wait it out. The friend zone will end.
I ain't, Tyler, you're on your own, man. I'm not even.
A friend zone is not a thing.
I don't
It
know.
does not exist.
Sounds like you believe in it.
I did. I used to. I no longer.
Yeah.
The friend zone is just like, it's a zone where like, oh, this girl doesn't like me, so what a bitch.
So there's something wrong with her.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
The friend zone is bullshit. But
There is some truth though to like, I feel like there is some truth though to being into somebody and they're not into you. Like that is a
that's
thing,
just unfortunate.
That is a thing that happens. And I do think that when that person says, I would rather we just be friends, I do think that is fair to call that the friend zone that you're in. I think that it's the negative attitude where it's
trapped
like
in the friend zone
or like, oh, this is her fucking fault. Like I feel like that's where it becomes a very bad thing.
Okay.
But we all know it's her fault. Okay, anyway, here's a text message. I'm sorry, a voicemail from Taryn. Let's see if this is her.
Oh God,
belligerent.
Please.
We're on a racist tear today. If you haven't noticed, the theme to today's all call show
Maybe
is
it's not
racism.
about Adam. It's the one where TADPOG talks about racism.
Yee.
We'll get lots of hits.
Well, we're probably gonna get doxxed. Here we go.
Hello, Tadpog. It is your Princess Consuelo Banana Hammock something virginity thief. It's Karen, okay? It's me. Hope you guys are doing well. I have a question and a statement. I'm going to start with the statement because I'm still behind. Please don't hate me. I'm still behind on Ep. So I'm finishing Red Dead Redemption. I have actually played Red Dead Redemption.
Get it, girl.
So I'm a gamer at heart. Just want to let you know that. You failed to mention, and this is totally in my opinion, but you failed to mention one of the greatest Westerns of all time. Totally in my opinion, but I'm pretty sure it ranks right up there with all the best of them. And that's True Grit. Not the gay reboot either. I'm talking about John Wayne, Glenn Campbell, Robert Duvall, Dennis Hopper.
Put a pin in that for a second.
True Grit is one of the best.
Would you like me to pause that?
Is there like a homosexual pornographic True Grit I'm unaware of? Is there a True Grit that likes other True Grits of the same sexual identity?
True Spit.
True Spit. Oh, that was good. Yeah,
it exists. I've seen it. It's not what I was expecting.
Rooster Cockburn and True Spit.
I'm putting True Spit in the show notes because I guarantee you that exists. It has to.
Check your privilege, Taryn. Check it. You could say the reboot you don't enjoy.
Taryn, I'm sure you've met plenty of homosexual movies that you didn't know were homosexual. You enjoyed
watched
them quite
and
a
you liked
bit.
them and then found out after the fact.
Movies, one of my favorite movies, and one of the best Westerns. So I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. My question, as you know, I do live in Houston. And
not anymore, you don't.
I've been here for a little over a year and a half, and I have now went through my third pretty epic flood. Living in Nashville and Kentucky, not too many natural disasters that happen. I know Nashville flooded pretty heavily in, I think it was 2010. That was pretty terrible for the city, but Houston is used to this, and they still seem to have not figured out that their city floods. Houston and kind of like New Orleans, they're very much shaped like a large bowl. And once you fill the bowl up and it overflows, where does all the water go? So as of right now, I did not work Monday or Tuesday. We were completely shut down. The city was shut down. It's been pretty terrible. This one was worse than the other two. So my question is, have you ever been in a natural disaster? I know, Tyler, you lived in Kentucky your whole life. I only remember
no, I haven't, Taryn, but
earthquake
go on.
when I was probably 5 or 6. I don't.
He worked in the library. Come on.
You heard me in the library. Playing the Fallouts.
Come on.
I don't know if you remember that. It was large enough that we felt it, and it did some minimal damage. It wasn't, crazy off the charts, but I do remember feeling it. And then the other, I know, Dave, I think you lived in the coast somewhere, so you might have had more experience with some other ones, but have you ever been in a natural disaster? Has that ever came up for you guys?
Oh, snowpocalypse.
Hope you're doing well. I will be home exactly a month from today. Happy 420 to all you green-friendly folks out there.
Blaze
I
it.
will be home May 20th, so hopefully we get to record a net.
We didn't.
No.
Be safe. Be careful. Talk to you guys soon. Bye. I almost said love you. Love you. Bye. Bye.
Love you too.
You just, Taryn, that was a full Monica leaving the message for Richard. Like I almost said, "Love you." I'm breezy. Bye, Taryn.
Nikki just rewatched all of Friends again.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of Friends. Here's what's weird about. I know this. Sorry to go on this Friends tangent.
No, let's do it. Taryn would be proud.
But what I realize is, so she starts watching Friends, and it's like, I don't sit and watch all of it with her, but I catch, when I come to the room, I catch episodes. And it goes from like, I know the first 4 seasons of Friends like really well, apparently, because it's like I'd walk through the room and be like, oh, I remember this episode. And then like the last couple seasons, it's like I'd walk through the room and be like, who is that?
Why is Paul Rudd on Friends?
Yes, exactly. No, that's no joke. And it's like, is this for real? Is Paul Rudd was on Friends? And Nikki's like, yeah, he was on Friends. He's like he married Phoebe, spoilers.
He's the equivalent of the Green Ranger, but for Friends.
And then there's an episode where I caught Danny DeVito on it, and it's like
as a stripper.
Yeah, and it's like, what? So I don't know. I also feel like Friends. No, you're not gonna like this, but Friends, I feel like suffered the longer it went. Like all television shows.
Like all shows do that.
Because it just like gets to the point where it's like, okay, well, clearly stars were like, oh, this Friends thing's pretty big.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden it was like you're Smash Mouth. You know, it wasn't Smash Mouth, but it's like
like Drew Carey. Oh,
yeah,
my God.
exactly. So I don't know, but Friends.
Yeah. But I just say, Taryn, I love you. I threw a lot of shade your direction during that whole call.
Yeah.
So I love you.
Warranted.
I do love you. Warranted, but I love
but
you.
But it did happen.
So Snowpocalypse, I mean, that was, the area was declared a state of emergency for that.
Yeah,
so.
that happened. I got that when I was in Lexington, but it wasn't as bad. Like I got off work, some power went out. But like, from what I understand, like people here in Paducah still talk about that.
Yep.
Where it's like, people were trapped in their houses for like days.
I mean, Murray State shut down for like weeks. And like that, Murray State, the college staying open is like the Waffle House staying open.
That is the measure of whether something is a truly
the government
natural disaster,
does,
right?
Whether or not a Waffle House shuts down. Yep.
I love that. I love that Waffle House like has that power. Like I feel like that's Waffle House is like they're sitting around the boardroom. They're like, "Oh fuck, we are so screwed. No one likes our food." And then someone was like, "You know what? Let's do a thing where we never close." What do you mean we never close? We fucking never close. The government is going to use us as a barometer on whether or not something is a natural disaster. What are they going to do if we close? They're not going to know. So the worst case scenario, if our customers won't support us, the government will. So it'll just get to the point where the government just starts paying to keep the Waffle House doors open. Waffle House is going to become a branch of the government in 2030.
That's a new cabinet position the president appoints.
Absolutely.
The secretary of Waffle House.
I would like to run for that position.
Because fuck Huddle House.
Yeah, I don't know the difference.
Huddle House, Waffle House, at least they're pecan waffles. Like I can have a meal at Waffle House and be okay. Huddle House, though, the last time I went, people I know have went, it was just awful.
Yeah.
I worked at a Huddle House for a year, and it's
Waffle House they're famous for the hash browns, right?
Yep.
I do like those.
Hash browns, they're waffles, and I guess they're chili, but
yeah, all together.
I mean, their menu says they're famous for their chili, so
yeah.
Burt's chili.
What do you think about IHOP?
I like IHOP.
Man, I'm a fan of IHOP.
I like their breakfast stuff. Anything else, I'm not that big a fan of their lunch or dinner.
Yeah.
But their breakfast stuff, I like.
Here's what I like about IHOP is that Nikki and I can go at any time of day, and she can get breakfast, and I can get a hamburger.
Okay, yeah.
Like that is a magical fucking thing. Natural disasters, snowpocalypse. Yeah, I kind of got that in Lexington. It always floods here really bad.
We have walls for such a thing.
Yeah. Let's see. I have been in a hurricane when I lived in Florida. Just a minor one. It wasn't like we didn't have to evacuate or anything. Plenty of blizzards. When I was in Pennsylvania, we had like a 5-foot blizzard, which was really fucking cool.
Man.
Oh, it was great. And like, it's crazy because like snowpocalypse here in Kentucky, like, man, in Pennsylvania, those motherfuckers are just like, all right, blizzard, cool. Let's deal with this for a day. Everyone back to school next day.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I remember like going to school, like traveling through this like little snow tunnel.
Man.
Where it's just like these walls of snow and ice on either side, and we're all just walking single
like
file.
Penguins.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they just don't fucking stop. It's just like, and to a point where I feel like it's almost like macho bullshit, where it's like, this ain't nothing. Come on. School. It's school.
You gotta go to school. It's so important.
Yeah, come on. What are you? What are you? Some kind of namsy-pamsy Kentuckian? Come on.
Yeah, I guess Kentucky just was not prepared because people around here like,
We never
oh,
are.
did it snow? I forgot how to drive.
We never are prepared.
I forgot.
And we never have it always seems like we never have the budget to deal with the snow. And it's
Yeah.
like we always get
Salt's
at
really
least the
expensive.
snow.
We're out.
Where does salt come from is usually what they ask.
None of us have been to the sea in a very long time.
No.
We have no salt.
I can't think of any other natural. Oh, we had an earthquake here recently. I don't know did you feel that one? It was like a month ago.
I feel like I did. Well, also with Shake was in that massive earthquake in Japan.
Yeah, the radioactive earthquake.
Yeah.
He was on the news.
Oh, clip for the show
Yeah,
notes.
that'll be the show notes if you want to see Ashley Shake.
I'm
on
just
the
a good
news.
old Kentucky boy over here in Osaka. That's pretty good.
We're
That's pretty
good? We want to end it on that?
Yeah, we can do it on that.
All right, sounds good. Unfortunately, it wasn't Taryn's
Not her racist
rant. Although I will say I enjoyed the new True Grit movie.
And I saw that one in theater, strangely enough.
I enjoyed it. I haven't seen the original.
Neither have I.
And I probably won't.
Yeah, I mean, once you see Matt Damon, you don't need to go back. It's fine.
To anything.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. So don't miss the next episode. We're going to be talking about, is it
Moonwalker.
Moonwalker. Almost said Moonraker.
God,
Moonwalker.
I was supposed to joke, and then I actually said the name of the game. I was like, what would be funny? A game about moonwalking. Shit, that is a game. I think the full title is like Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, something like that.
We're going back to the digital trends top 25
Didn't some news just come out about Michael Jackson like last week? Have you heard the news?
No.
I guess we can get into that really gross shit on the episode.
Yeah.
Because it is some like
Let's save the molestery talk for next
yeah,
week.
I need to like do some research before I say some really nasty things about Michael Jackson. Because when I heard him, I was like, oh my God. I mean, I knew it was bad, but wow.
Okay.
Real
yeah.
bad.
So we can hear that next week. We still need those 5-star iTunes reviews.
We do. They
so
fuel
badly,
us.
so badly. So please go to iTunes, find TADPOG, subscribe, give us a 5-star review, write a review to go with that. And if there's a guest host you want for an episode, a game you want us to play, a Patreon request, include that in your written 5-star review. We promise we will get to that eventually.
Don't worry, guys. Like Tyler said, we're going to be back. In the meantime, you can always find us on tadpog.com. Would you like to hear Cockmaster Shake on the local news talking about his experience in the earthquake in Japan? It is pretty good, and I feel like he's pretty proud of it. So,
oh my God, he still talks about it whenever I see him. Like, have you seen that?
So please,
You guys should play it on the show. You guys, let's go to the cabin. Let's get a big screen TV and play it.
So please go to the show notes and watch that. God, it's going to be the worst if I can't find it.
I'll ask him. He's gonna be
in the next 20 minutes. You can also find us on Facebook. We're facebook.com/tadpog. There's a lot of cool people there doing a lot of cool shit. Thanks to everybody who comments on those because I like hearing your feedback and I love hearing you say, thanks for saving us $20 for not buying Mighty Number 9.
Yep.
You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. You can find us on Twitter. We are at @tadpog_podcast. It's cumbersome. I realize. Hey, thank you. If you're retweeting us, thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. It helps spread the word. We're getting more Twitter followers every day. Most of them are bots. Some of them are porn bots. That's fine.
We like that.
It's fine. Hey, look, a
Those
follow is a
compliments
follow.
are great. Yeah,
Exactly. And you know what? It's a nice way to pass some time. To just look, to scroll through some fake woman's fake photographs.
Nudes on my Instagram. Yeah, I get those all.
Oh,
the time.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not on that Instagram tip. What else? We've got a Patreon. If you would like to kick in to the Patreon, you can get our bonus episodes there. We are going to do a bonus episode on the Super Mario Brothers movie. So that is a thing that I feel like someone has actually asked us to do at some point. So we're looking forward to doing it. I do need to rewatch it. I have not seen that fucking movie since I was a child. And I remember as a child thinking, what is this? And what does it have to do with Mario?
Why are the Goomba? Yeah, I'll say.
So we'll get it. We'll get into it. I have a feeling it's going to be a good episode. I'd like to thank a few people who recently donated or upped their donation. I would like to thank Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue, who has upped his pledge. Micah, thank you very much. And I'd also like to thank Joseph E. Willard III, who just upped his pledge. Thank you very much for doing that. Yeah, I know you're a new donor already off the bat, upping your donation. That's awesome. I appreciate it.
Because he listened to the church basement story.
Oh,
it made him laugh so hard he had to increase his Patreon.
Is that what did it? Awesome. Well, hey, I'm glad. Well, hopefully he thinks other things are funny. I also really want to thank Massacre, who is already a Patreon donor, but Massacre gifted us Inside, the game Inside, which is a game that
the game Inside. He gifted us.
He gifted
inside.
us. He gifted us an internal. I don't know if you're hip. I don't know if you're hip on the lingo, but he busted up inside us. He gifted that to us.
He crushed those guts and busted those nuts,
and just left us a dripping mad mess. So thanks, Massacre, for that. Also, why name a game Inside? You know that's going to happen. You know comments like that are going to happen. But I've heard that this game is amazing, and I was on the fence about buying it. It's the spiritual successor to Limbo. I know Exalted Lord Mike has had wonderful things to say about it, and I really want to play this game, but I have a problem paying full price for games.
Oh, yeah.
It's $20, and I was like, I don't know that I can do this. I'm going to wait till it goes on sale, and then boom. Yeah. Like a majestic Jacob York eagle swooping in with a fat chocobo. Here comes Massacre with a wonderful gift.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. Hopefully we can play that soon and do it for the show.
Absolutely.
What else? You can call us if you want. If you'd like to give us a ring at 270-883-2555, you can be on the show. That's your opportunity to be on the show. We'll play it on one of these episodes where we talk about race and other things, but mainly race. We're tackling the hard-hitting issues, race and cream pies. So if you want to do that, you can call us at 270-883-2555.
That's pretty good. TADPOG shirt. Racism and cream pie.
Shirt. So I'm glad you mentioned shirts. That's a thing that's still happening. So we got the samples back, and I'm pleased with the print production. However, I really want to reduce the size of that logo. I do feel like the logo is just really, really oversized. So I'm gonna shrink that sucker down just a little bit. I'm gonna order one more sample, and then if that checks out, we're gonna be live for the shirt. So if you've been waiting for a shirt, have no fear. Soon, very, very soon.
Very soon.
The gears are turning.
Yeah, that's my. God, that was my childhood rearing.
What is that?
It's a hymnal we sing in church all the time.
Really? Is that one about cream pies, or is that one about race?
Oh man, because that and he's still working on me all the time. Yeah, you like that? He's still working on me to make me wild to be.
That one's definitely about cream pies. Still working on me, dear God.
Well, what's that one that is mildly racist? That red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah,
do they sing that one still? They do. They do. Okay. Well, all right.
Let's see. If you want to send us something, we're fresh out of packages.
Yes.
Food to try, games to play.
Right.
So if you want to send us something, send it to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
Yes.
We have an Instagram. So
Yes.
that's TADPOG_podcast. Been posting some things up there.
Yeah.
Beloved Adam's there. Not very active, but he's there.
He's not blowing your phone up on
No.
vibrate, put it in your phone pocket.
I hope that happens tomorrow, then I know he's not dead. But
Adam, please confirm that you're not dead.
please,
Tyler's
let us know.
very, very
I'm
worried.
very concerned. Jacob's me even more concerned.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
We're on Twitch.
Yeah. Oh, you're on Twitch.
We're on.
Which
It is TADPOG.
Which I'm jealous. I think
you're welcome.
you're doing
welcome to
good
join.
things on Twitch. I think it's awesome. I'm very impressed and pleased.
You should get on that, man. It's actually kind of fun. I think you'd enjoy it.
I'm very bashful.
You are not. But if you can find us there, just search for TADPOG. That's the easiest way to do it. Search for it, you'll find it. And I really fucking love that people are actually watching that shit. I cannot tell you how much that fucking pleases me. Where it's like,
That's awesome.
Oh, well, people ask for this and they actually want it. And they're willing to tolerate me playing Mighty Number 9 for an hour. And like for 20 minutes, it's just my empty chair. I realized that.
That's the way most cam girl sites are. It's fine.
Well, because I needed to do something, and I was like, it was one of those like be right back kind of things, and then that thing that I needed to do, like, it was like a quest chain had begun, where it's like, oh, okay, well now I need to put Henry's shoes on. Well, now that his shoes are on, he expects to go outside, so I have to take him outside. So it's like this long like chain of events, cut to an empty chair with the tutorial screen of Mighty Number 9. So hey, if you want to check that out. That's on Twitch.
I think that's it.
It is 100 degrees in your house right now.
Yep, it is very hot. So our regular theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. Link to that track from the show notes at tadpog.com. How you want to close this out?
Like a hot boy.
Hot boys? Okay.
Like a hot southern boy.
All right.
But we're the same. That's the catch. Hot Siamese twin southern boys.
Okay. Hot Siamese Southern boys.
Also, that's not culturally insensitive at all to say Siamese
No,
twins.
not at all. So until next time, tropical Capricorn. Shoo-wee.
Sultry.
Hot today. Gonna be hot tomorrow, David.
I like it when you call me by my Christian name.
Busting them nuts. All up in them guts.
I like that.